What is up, y'all? It's your boy Mochiko back once again with another basketball video, and today we're going to talk about James Harden's future in Philadelphia. So, as everybody knows, I want to say 2, 3 to 4 months ago now, a shocking report came out of nowhere stating that James Harden might be interested in reuniting with his old ball club in the Houston Rockets and come back. Now, at the time, I thought it was a bunch of bullshit. It was coming right off the All-Star break. The Sixers were rolling. James Harden looked super happy. He was on social media posting his teammates all the time in interviews, talking about how great of a situation it is, talking about how the Philadelphia Sixers, are the best team he's ever been on. He felt like he's never had a better chance to win and all that stuff. So I was like, man, so where is that coming from? And as the season kept progressing, the rumors kept getting bigger and bigger. And today, ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski reported on the latest episode of his podcast that Harden could, in fact, return to the Houston Rockets this summer. I quote, James Harden's future is very unclear in Philly. Houston is very much in play for him. And I think a lot may depend on, do they make a run and win and it's easy to pay him long-term big money, or he just wants to be back in Houston, win or lose he goes, or it's depending on the team's success. So now it is important to know that Harden has a player option for the 2023-24 season that is worth $36 million. Man, I feel like James Harden may be on his way out the more that I think about it. Here's why. If in fact James Harden does believe that the Sixers are his best chance at winning, and he actually looks himself in the mirror and be like, yo, I'm not the same player that I once was, he's probably like, okay, I got the MVP on my side. With on any night can be the best player in the world, pretty much. I got Tyrese Maxey. I got Tobias Harris as a fourth option. I have a decent coach. I have PJ Tucker, who is actually making some noise in the playoffs. We have a solid bench and everything. We have a good home court advantage. So if, despite all this, we still can't get it done, is it worth it for me to stay in Philly while I really want to be in Houston and just have some fun and make as much money as I can make? So if he actually feels like that, I feel like regardless if the Sixers win or not, he's out. Because obviously if he wins, he has a ring, and now there is nothing left for him to do. Like he'll climb some ranks in the all-time rankings, but I feel like a lot of people already having top 5 shooting guards ever, so it will definitely solidify him as a top 5 shooting guard ever. But he's not catching D-Wade, he's not catching Kobe, and obviously he's not catching Mike, even with the second ring and all that. So what would be the point, legacy-wise? And if they lose, if he really feels like this was his best shot ever at winning a ring, and he's like, yo, I'm getting older, why would he stay, regardless? And we also have to remember that last season, he took a little pay cut, for the team. So he really sacrificed. He was in the gym all summer. He cut down. We didn't see him in the club. We didn't see him eating none of that stuff. He came in, to camp in Shep. Like, he really tried. So, yeah. Now, the only thing that's really confusing about this whole thing for me is, why would the Houston Rockets want James Harden right now? James Harden does not fit that timeline. And I don't feel like James Harden is the type of guy that would just walk in a young locker room that's with a very, very bad culture, according to John Wall and a few other OGs that were over there, Eric Gordon and all. So I don't feel like James Harden would walk in there and be like, yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to win, how it's done. I don't feel like James Harden would do that. And James Harden is not a floor raiser at this point. James Harden by himself on the Houston Rockets, they would still be at the bottom of the Western Conference. And he's a big contract and everything. So if I'm the Houston Rockets, I'm trying to go for some young talent and keep my cap space as available as possible in case, a future big free agent becomes available to actually make a move. I would not go for James Harden. So Yeah, I would understand why James Harden would want to go back home. He has a lot going on in Houston business wise, families over there. He's always said that he would be back at some point. Obviously, we know about his his resume in the strip clubs and all that over there. So go have some fun. But yeah, if I'm the Houston Rockets, I don't want James Harden. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, and we definitely going to have to keep an eye on that as the Sixers progress in the playoffs. I expect them to sweep the Nets maybe in five, and then I mean, I don't know what's going to happen against the Celtics, quite frankly. I thought they had a chance despite, losing the series 3-1 in the regular season. But the way James Harden has been looking in the playoffs, like he literally cannot drive by his defender. So against the Boston Celtics defense, I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I appreciate you guys for checking me out, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.